This is Go-MMT Radio.
Go-MMT Radio. Let's go.
Powered by Make My Trip, Go IBBO and Redbus. Love Aaj Kal on Go-MMT Radio.
वेलकम टू अ ब्रांड न्यू एपिसोड ऑफ Go-MMT रेडियो। मेरा नाम है सोनू और आज हमारे शो पे हम बातें करेंगे अबाउट लव। आई नो इट्स बिन अ व्हाइल, वी वर बिजी विद Go-MMT's Got Talent सीजन 2, बट नाउ वी आर बैक एंड यस द ईयर इज एंडिंग एंड ऑफ कोर्स अगले साल के लिए अगर आपको कुछ रिलेशनशिप एडवाइस चाहिए देन मे बी यू हैव टू स्टे ट्यून्ड बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू बी जॉइंड बाय शुभी सिंघल। ये सिंगल है या नहीं ये आपको पता चलेगा थोड़ी देर में। शी इज अ सीनियर एग्जीक्यूटिव विद द फाइनेंस एंड अकाउंट्स डिपार्टमेंट और हम इन्हीं के साथ बातें करेंगे इन आवर सेगमेंट लव आज कल। So that's happening. We have our guest for today. We have our Go-Tripper with us and Love Aaj Kal जो segment है ये बहुत दिनों बाद हमारे शो पे हो रहा है। We've got Shubhi Singhal with us, who is a senior executive with the finance and accounts department. She's based out of Gurgaon. Shubhi, welcome to the show. कैसी हैं आप?
I am good. How are you?
I am very well. Thank you so much for asking. And you know, this is a segment where we talk about your idea of love, relationships and things like that. So Shubhi, let us first get to the point. Are you in love right now?
I am in love with a lot of things and with a lot of people.
Achha.
So yeah.
So it's not the romantic love that we are talking about. It's just
right,
you know, you're happy. Okay. That's also great. So tell me, like, you know, in this lifestyle that we all are leading, we are all so busy. हमारे पास टाइम ही बिल्कुल नहीं होता है। तो आप इतनी बिजी हैं कि आपकी लाइफ में प्यार के लिए जगह नहीं है या you are just like taking it slow?
If you're talking about romantically, I would say I'll just giving it time, like you know where things go. So it's like, you know, जब होना होगा हो जाएगा.
Right.
Rather than rushing for it.
Absolutely. I think that's the best thing that you can do to yourself by not rushing. And I think we've started the show on a very good note. But how or what kind of importance do you give a romantic relationship, Shubhi? Like, you know, if sometimes, you know, in our lifestyle, हम अपने बारे में सोचना छोड़ ही देते हैं। तो I want to know from you, like, you know, how does one actually compartmentalize the personal and the professional life?
So it's like जैसे आप बोल रहे हो कि हम अपने बारे में सोचना बंद कर देते हैं. I think that is when maybe, you know, you are in love with some other person and you think more about the other person and not about yourself. I think that is where the role of the other person comes in. कि वो आपके बारे में सोच रहा है जितना, if not like equal to how much you think about that person, but also like they are taking care of you. And obviously like self-love is the best love, as we say, so we should definitely not forget ourselves. But yeah, in case like we are prioritizing someone else more than us, I think we should also get it back.
Absolutely. I think it's a two-way street. But tell me, Shubhi, the famous saying love at first sight, do you believe in it or you don't?
Personally, I don't believe in love at first sight. It is like, you know, at the first sight, we you know, sometimes we have a different view about a person, and the person turns out to be somebody else. So, and at the first sight, we are only looking at the person. We don't know, you know, internally how the person is.
Absolutely. Shubhi, tell me something. You know, आप जब अपने parents को देखते हो and when you see the new age relationships, what is one disadvantage that probably our parents had and probably an advantage that their generation had, both?
Okay. So I would start with the advantage. I would our parents' generation was more they had like more सहन शक्ति बोलते हैं ना,
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ.
it's not like you have to react all the time. It's like at times maybe हम वो लोग समझते हैं कि ठीक है, at this point the person is angry and because of that the person is behaving this way. But in today's generation, if the other person is angry and maybe not talking to us properly, we reciprocate it back, and I think that makes things even more ugly.
Right.
So this is one thing. I would say this is something which is both a positive and a negative that our parents' generation had. So even so I would say they didn't know when to basically take their own stand because they were just bearing it. Okay. So in our generation, we are like, okay, we are not going to take that. So we take a back step. Listen, this is something you're doing wrong, and we put our perspective in front of the other person. But I feel like if, for example, my dad says something to my mom, she's taught like that, and most of the ladies are being taught like you should not argue with your husband, or you should not just tell them that they are wrong. You should be more like who is more understanding one. So this is something I would say, this is a two-sided thing. This is both a positive and a negative thing that our parents' generation had.
Absolutely. I think you're right. Shubhi, what is the difference that you see between the relationships that happen during college and probably a little later in life? Has your idea of your perfect partner changed from the time you were in college and now?
I would definitely agree to this thing. As we grow in our life, our priorities change, and we look at what we look in a perfect partner. So those checkpoints basically change depending upon where we are in our life. Okay, we might, someone has a partner in school, so they might be, okay, both of them would be adjusting to how things are moving. But if you are not having a partner and you look for a partner in college versus you look for a partner later in your years, because, then your mind has developed. You have become a totally different person. So every year I feel like, we learn a lot of new things and we personally change based on our experiences.
Absolutely.
At maybe in the college, our mindset would be, very, I would say it would be narrow, but when you see in a later years, you see a broader picture, and then definitely you look forward, like maybe settling in with that person, and not just like we are just trying it out whether it works out or not. In the later years, your perspective changes to like we need to settle with that person. Is it possible for us to settle or not?
Yeah.
And definitely like our behavior and like our parents say, things that we feel are right at this point of time. When you grow up, you will realize that those were wrong. And definitely, even in school versus college, also we feel the same thing. What we used to feel in school was right. And when we move to college, we might at times regret, someone should have told us, this is not right.
Absolutely.
We should have followed that person.
Before I get into the rapid fire round, I want to know from you कि 3 ऐसे qualities या फिर ऐसे चीजें हैं जो आपके हिसाब से आपके relationship में आप compromise कर ही नहीं सकती. What would that be?
3 things that I cannot compromise is commitment, then honesty and respect.
I think that sums up the base of any relationship for that matter. And I kind of agree with you. Let's move on to our rapid fire round. और आज ना हमने सोचा हम कुछ अलग करते हैं. Let us have just a yes or no question. Okay? So I will be asking you a couple of questions. आपको बस हाँ या ना में जवाब देना है. Okay?
Yeah.
The rapid fire round.
First question for you, Shubhi. Do you think that Shahrukh Khan is right कि प्यार दोस्ती है?
Yes.
आपके हिसाब से long distance relationships work कर सकते हैं या नहीं?
Yes, they can work.
Do you think that couples should split costs when they go out to a restaurant or a movie date?
Yes.
आपके हिसाब से घर के काम डिवाइड होने चाहिए या नहीं?
Yes.
एंड आपके हिसाब से कपल्स को कभी कभी झगड़ना भी चाहिए या नहीं?
Definitely yes.
मतलब वो आप ना बोले तो वो हो ही नहीं सकता. So I think that's absolutely true. To sum it all up, Shubhi, if there is one golden rule for a relationship, according to you, what would that be?
Communicate with each other whatever you feel. The other person whether agrees or not, but at least should know what you are feeling or what you think.
Correct. Absolutely. I think that sums it all. And Shubhi इस वक्त तो single है, but she might just mingle very, very soon. And I really, really hope that happens very soon. Shubhi, thank you so much for joining us. And thank you so much for sharing your perspectives with us, yeah?
Thank you so much.
Go-MMT's Got Talent. Powered by Mobi Cashback app.
Wednesday, यानी कि कल, we finally announced the winner of Go-MMT's Got Talent Season 2. Let me tell you, before I announce the winner, it has been a great season. Thanking each and every one of you who were a part of it. It came down to Super 6 and then finally we have a winner. But before that, we want to thank our sponsors, Mobi Cashback, and of course, the jury, special jury, Yuvraj Srivastav, Group CHRO, and Deepthi Mehta, Vice President, Holiday Product. And finally, हमारे second runner-up हैं Prajal Narayan from the content team. First runner-up, Palak Verma from the User Experience Department. And the winner of Go-MMT's Got Talent Season 2 is Amandeep Singh, Finance and Accounts Department से. अमनदीप, Go-MMT रेडियो की तरफ से आपको ढेर सारी बधाइयाँ and may you continue to rock it personally and professionally.
Go-MMT's Got Talent. Powered by Mobi Cashback app.
Thank you so much. You have a great day ahead, okay? And with that, it's a wrap on today's episode of Go-MMT Radio. Do let us know आपको हमारा ये episode कैसा लगा by sending us an email at headsetgo@go-mmt.com. Until we meet next time, stay healthy, stay safe, and keep smiling. This is me, Sonu, signing off.
Up next, we have a performance by Ishaan Vashishta. So, over to him.
Hello, Go-Trippers! This is Ranveer Singh and you are listening to Go-MMT Radio. Head, set, go!
To listen to your favorite Go-MMT radio from anywhere, follow us on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn and Instagram. Visit the Go-MMT radio page for daily updates and enjoy listening to your favorite radio channel.